Let's get into it. 10 mistakes black parents make with the school. 10 mistakes black parents make with the school. Number 1, not understanding the fact in reality that every child is a homeschool child, whether they go to public school or not. You as a black parent must still provide your child with instruction at home regardless of how good the school is they attend. Let me say that again. So number 1, every parent needs to understand that you must provide your child with some sort of instruction at home to supplement the instruction that they get at school. You cannot depend on teachers, even the good ones, to teach your child everything it is they need to know in order to master grade level criteria for that school year. Every black parent is a homeschooling parent. When your child comes home and they don't have any homework, you should be giving them homework. Your child comes home, they don't have any homework, you should be giving them homework. Your child should be reading for 90 minutes every day. Reading from a book 90 minutes every day. Every parent is a homeschool parent. If you're not providing your child with any academic activity, no reading requirements, no math responsibility, then you're not a good parent, because a good parent makes sure the child understands that your teacher is going to teach you, but we're going to teach you. What do you have for history? They got you reading George Washington. Well, guess what? You're going to read some Richard Allen too, founder of the African Methodist Episcopal Church. In science class, y'all dealing with agriculture. Well, guess what? You're going to do a research project and you're going to discover 20 different things that the greatest scientist in American history, Dr. George Washington Carver, discovered or invented. That's right. That's right. You got Spanish class? That's good, but we not Spanish, we African. So on top of your Spanish class, I want you to find the African equivalent. The African equivalent for every Spanish word that you have. If you got to know how to say thank you in Spanish, learn how to say thank you in Igbo. You have to say you're welcome in Spanish, learn how to say you're welcome in Wolof. You have to learn how to say, do you know where the restroom is in Spanish? Learn how to say, where is the restroom in Kiswahili? Every black parent is a homeschooling parent. And that's why I'm going to be hosting the first annual Dr. Umar NIBPA Homeschool Conference for black parents. Get ready. So number 1, every parent is a homeschooling parent. Every parent is a homeschooling parent. Number 2, if you don't drop into school, your children may end up dropping out of school. If you don't drop into school, your children may end up dropping out of school. If you don't drop into school, your children may end up dropping out of school. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? Too many black parents, and I can say this because I work in schools, and I can say this because I work. It's the ability to do what you don't want to do when it has to be done, whether you like it or not. Let me give it to you one more time, parents. Your number 1 job is to teach your child discipline. A disciplined child. Giving your child discipline is a better gift than giving them $1 million. Teaching your child discipline is a better life gift than $1 million cash. Do you know why? Because if your child gets $1 million and doesn't have any financial discipline, that $1 million will be gone in 1 year. Go and ask any broke athlete. Go and ask any broke entertainer who didn't have discipline. But if you give your child discipline, they'll be able to earn $1 million on their own. You won't even have to give it to them. The best gift you can give your child is the gift of discipline. The best gift you can give your child is the gift of discipline. The ability to do what you don't want to do when it has to be done, whether you like it or not. What are the 5 major types of discipline? What are the 5 major types of discipline? Emotional discipline, controlling your feelings. Physical discipline, controlling your actions. Financial discipline, controlling your money. Organizational discipline, controlling your life. Sexual discipline, controlling your cookie jar. Or your lightning rod. Controlling your cookie jar or your lightning rod. And improving our discipline is a lifetime struggle. Sometimes your sexual discipline is good. Sometimes your sexual discipline is bad. Sometimes your financial discipline is good. Sometimes your financial discipline is bad. Sometimes your organizational discipline is good. Sometimes your self-organizational discipline is bad. Sometimes your emotional discipline is good. Sometimes your emotional discipline is bad. Sometimes your behavioral discipline is good. Sometimes your behavioral discipline is bad. And if you don't have any discipline, you cannot teach it. If you don't have any discipline, you cannot teach it. An undisciplined parent cannot raise a disciplined child. Look at yourself before you look at your child. An undisciplined parent cannot raise a disciplined child. Look at yourself before you look at your child. You must have discipline to teach it. Yes, Lachelle Davis, I will have 2 wives. I don't want 2 wives. I will have 2 wives. I don't want 2 wives. I will have 2 wives because I'm King Kong consciousness. If it's not for you, don't submit an application. That's all. To each his own. If you don't want to be a Christian, don't go to church. If you don't want to be a Muslim, don't go to the mosque. If you don't want to be a Hebrew, don't go to the temple. If you don't want to be a Pan-Africanist, don't come to the House of Garvey. If you don't want to be a co-wife, don't try to get to know Dr. Umar on a personal level. Because I don't care how good your cooking or your cookies are, you will be a co-wife. Getting back on point. I just wanted to respond to my beautiful African sister. Getting back on point. What's good for the goose may not be good for the gander. So every parent is a homeschooling parent. Learn how to pull up before your child learns how to pull out. Learn how to pull up on the school before your child learns how to pull out of school. You are also responsible for the discipline problems that your child takes to the school. You are also responsible for the discipline problems that your child takes to the school. Number 4, stop signing paperwork before you read it. Stop signing paperwork before you read it. Stop going into the school, letting them shove papers in your hand, and you start signing the papers and you never even read the paperwork. How in the hell can you sign a paper regarding your child that you did not read? Help me understand that. Let's get back on point. Stop signing the papers until you've read them. Never sign anything on sight. Okay? Always take it home. And if the school tries to bully you into signing on the spot, you tell the school that I don't sign anything without taking it home and reviewing it. Additionally, you can also tell the school that I review everything with my child's mother. I review everything with my child's father. I review everything with my parents. I review everything with my friends. I am part of a parents collective, and we review all of our paperwork together in an effort to support each other and support our children. I do not sign paperwork on site. If the school tells you the deadline for this paper is today, you are to respond to the school by stating, if you needed my signature by today, Friday, February the 28th, then I should have had this paper last Friday. Don't you ever give me something to sign on the day that it's due. You show me the same respect you show the white parents, and you give me paperwork at least a week ahead of time. I will never sign anything on the spot. Just because you are organizationally undisciplined, you're not going to make me suffer for your lack of discipline. And the other thing you parents need to tell these schools is that I am a parent. I don't have timelines. Make sure you let the school know. I am a parent. I don't have timelines. Make sure you let the school know. You have a timeline principal. You have a timeline counselor. You have a timeline special ed teacher. You have a timeline dean of students. You have a timeline classroom teacher. I am the parent. I don't have a timeline. Well, the state is going to get angry if we don't get this paperwork in. They will get angry. They will get angry. But who are they going to get angry with? Are they going to get angry with me, the mother or father? Or are they going to get angry with you, the principal and teacher? They're not going to get angry with me. I pay their salary. They're not going to get angry with me. I pay their salary. I am a customer. My child and I are customers. They're not going to get angry at us. They're going to get angry at you. That's what they're going to do. Don't sign paperwork on the spot. Next mistake black parents make. Number 5, and we're only going up to 10 because I'm going to the Cheesecake Factory. Number 5, don't give your child an IEP when they really only need a 504 plan. Now, we're going to get into this in detail at tomorrow's training here in White Plains. I hope you are there, New York. We're going to get into this deeply tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in White Plains. I'm not going to give it all out today, but tomorrow you will get a handout on the differences between the 504 and the IEP. Tomorrow you will get a handout on all the components of the psychological evaluation report. Tomorrow you will get a handout on all the components of the IEP plan. You're going to get a training packet tomorrow in New York and a training packet Sunday in New Jersey. Register for the training at DrUmarJohnson.com. 5th mistake parents make: giving your child an IEP when all they need is a 504. Don't give your child an IEP if all they need is a 504 plan. What is the difference? I'm not going to tell you everything. You have to come to the training. I am not going to tell you everything. You have to come to the training. I am not going to tell you everything. You have to come to the training. I didn't spend $500 on a hotel to train you so I can give you everything over the internet. No. The main difference, I'm going to give you 2, and that's it. The rest of it, you got to come tomorrow or Sunday. The IEP plan is the plan of special ed. It modifies the curriculum and the instruction. Follow me closely. Follow me closely. Follow me closely. How long is the training? Go to the website, find out, DrUmarJohnson.com. Because my life is about saving our children. Not making YouTube videos, not debates, not documentaries, real work. I do real work. Real work. You have a lot of people talking about history. You got a lot of people talking about consciousness. You got a lot of people talking about health. A lot of people talking about diet. A lot of people talking about spirituality. A lot of people talking about religion. A lot of people talking about economics. But you only got one person. You only got one person who's saving these kids from the psychoacademic holocaust, and you looking at them. If I don't show up tomorrow to do that training, who from the Hotep movement going to do that training tomorrow? Huh? Which one of your favorite YouTubers can sub in for Dr. Umar tomorrow? I would love to know who. Who going to get up there for 12 hours and teach you everything you need to know, so you will be a master of the miseducation machine? Who else going to teach you that? I'm the only one. I'm in the class all by myself. I'm on your ass all by myself. That's danger. Let's get back. So the IEP gives the child curriculum modification and instructional modification. The IEP. All right. I gotta hide you, brother. You naming my haters. If you name my haters, I got to block you. They not even worthy of being in the same conversation with me, bro. When your child gets an IEP, they dumb down the instruction, they dumb down the curriculum. When your child gets an IEP, they dumb down the instruction, they dumb down the curriculum. Once you go into special education, which means you get an IEP, they will change the curriculum to meet the needs of your so-called disabled child. When your child gets an IEP, they will change the curriculum to meet the needs of your so-called disabled child. When your child gets an IEP, they will modify the instruction to meet the needs of your so-called disabled child. But when you get a 504 plan, when you get a 504 plan, they do not change the curriculum. They do not change instruction. They simply give your child reasonable accommodations so they can function in school. IEP is about learning in school. 504 is about functioning in school. IEP is about learning in school. 504 is about functioning in school. You must have a disability to get either one. You must have a disability to get either one. You must have a disability to get a 504. You must have a disability to get an IEP. The difference is the IEP dumbs down the learning, 504 does not. The difference, the IEP dumbs down the instruction, the 504 does not. The difference, the IEP is for children with learning problems, the 504 is for children who have functioning problems in the school. That's all I'm gonna say. You want the rest? Come tomorrow or Sunday. That's all I'm gonna say. You want the rest? Come tomorrow. Lazy ass black parents. Number 6. Another big mistake that we make. Another big mistake that we make. Another big mistake that we make is we go to meetings by ourselves. Don't attend meetings alone. Did you hear me, single black mothers? Did you hear me, single black fathers? Never attend a meeting alone at any time for any reason. Always have a couple people you can call. Always have a couple people you can call. Always have a couple people you can call up and say, yo, bruh, they called me to my son's school, man. Yeah, they talking about they trying to refer him for expulsion, discipline school. Can you pull up with me? We got to pull up on this meeting, bro. We got to pull up. All right. Straight. I'm on my way. 1 o'clock. I'm going to see you there. Pull up. Ladies, you got to call your girlfriend, call your cousin, call your best friend. I got a school meeting. Can you come with me? If you can't come with somebody, reschedule. 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 Don't go by yourself, because if you go to a school meeting by yourself, you don't have no witnesses. If you decide to have the meeting on the telephone, you can tape the meeting. If you decide to have the meeting on the telephone, you could tape the meeting. But let me say, I am not a fan of audio tape meetings. And the reason Dr. Umar is not a fan of audio tape meetings is because you can't see what's going on. You got to be able to see what's going on. So don't get lazy on me now. Don't get lazy. Get up off your butt, go to the school so you can see who's in the room. You might be on the phone, but you can't see who's in the room. You don't know if the principal in that room. You don't know if the teacher's in that room. You don't know if the dean of students is in that room. You don't know if another parent is in that room. You don't know if the special ed liaison is in that room. I'm not a fan of meetings on the phone. That's called lazy. That's called I'm not interested enough to come in. That's what that's called. Now, yes, there's exemptions. If you have a parent in a wheelchair, you have a parent with a disability, you have a parent with some physical or intellectual limitations, I can understand a telephone conference for them. But I can't understand a telephone conference for a black mother who will wait in the Beyonce concert line for 4 hours but can't go to the child's school. I can't understand an audio conference for a black mother who can sit in a weave shop for 3 hours to get a nasty, trifling weave sewn into her head. And you can sit in that shop smelling perm and everything else for 3 and 4 hours, but you can't pull up to the school for a meeting for your son for 40 minutes. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. You got 4 hours for the weave. You got 4 hours for the concert. You got 4 hours to go shopping. You got 8 hours to be laid up with your dude. But you ain't got 45 minutes to pull up to a school meeting for your son. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. Black man, you can wait at the tire shop for 3 hours to get them new rims put on. You can wait at the tire shop for 3 hours to get them rims put on. You can go to the barber shop and wait 2 hours before you get your hair cut in the barber shop. Wait 2 hours for that. You could go shopping and get your Gucci and your Louis and all that. 3-4 hours in the mall. You can take your girl shopping and all the finest malls up in New York. You can do all that. You can go to the car wash and wait an hour for them to wash your car and detail your car and clean your car and make your car look all shiny and brand new. You got an hour for that, 2 hours for that, but you can't pull up to the school for 30 minutes to see about your son. I could give a damn about a telephone conference. Number 7, stop telling all your business to the school officials. Stop discussing personal business with your child's teacher. I cannot recount all the personal experiences that I have had. I cannot recount all the personal experiences